One of the things I missed when I went plant-based were Egg McMuffins. So today I'll be showing you my version of a healthy Egg McMuffin, so stick around. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan. Welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow a whole food, plant-based, no oil way of eating. If that sounds good to you, please subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and check out all the resources below for everything that I offer. So to make this Egg McMuffin, we're going to be using my recipe for my mung bean egg substitute or copycat of just egg, whatever you want to call it. Now, I've showed you how to make this a few times on my channel. I'll link the recipe below. But the first thing I want to do is make my cheese sauce, so we're going to get started on that. So I'm going to get my cheese sauce going because we're going to put the cheese sauce on the Egg McMuffin. So I just boiled up some cauliflower, potatoes, and carrots, and I'll leave the exact recipe below. And I'm just going to remove the veggies from here, just using a slotted spoon. These are just going to go into my bullet here. You could put it in a blender. Now we're just going to add the rest of the ingredients. I have some plant milk. I'm using soy. I've got some nutritional yeast, salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. Some lemon juice. And then I reserved some of the cooking water. So I'm going to put some of that in there. I'm going to go blend this up, and then I'm going to meet you over the stove and we're going to do the egg part. Now I'm just using these little egg rings, which I got off of Amazon, but you could use the rim of a mason jar, whatever you want to use, just so you can get a round shape. And I just put this in my nonstick pan and we're just letting it heat up before we add the egg mixture. When you hear that sizzle, you know that it's ready. Now, I started this on a medium heat. Now I'm going to turn it down to like medium low. And we're going to add our egg mixture. And you need to hold this down while you pour because it doesn't lay completely flat. If yours does, great. So I'm just going to hold it down. And I'm going to add the egg mixture in. And I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds here till it sets a bit, and I know it's not going to run out. That should be long enough, hopefully. I'm going to give it another few seconds. Alright, I'm going to cover this, and then we're going to let it cook until it sets up. So keep checking, and it only takes a few minutes. So I'm just checking and it's not quite set. You can still see it's a little bit shiny. So you want it to look a little bit dry on the top. So we're going to let it go for a little bit longer. Now it looks done. So we're going to want to take it out of the ring. And we can try it this way first. If it doesn't work, I have plan B. So you can just try to get it. Oh, it came out perfect. Then you just take your little spatula here, flip it over, turn the heat off, and let it sit for just a couple of minutes so it gets a little toasty on the other side. Okay, now I can fit 3 of these in here, so I'm going to see if I can make them more than one. But again, I'm going to do one at a time and hold it down. And you know, if it leaks out, it's not the end of the world, you know. It really is not. So you could make 6 of these easily. I'm going to let these cook and then we're going to put one together. Okay, so I just took some gluten-free bread and made it, cut around and made it the size of the little egg thing. If you're lucky enough and you don't have celiacs and you can eat regular English muffins, use regular English muffins. I'm also going to add some steamed spinach. I happen to have some left over, so I warmed it up a little bit in the microwave. You could use fresh spinach or no spinach. Now I'm not doing any substitutions for the normal ham that they put on the Egg McMuffin. I'm not a big fan of fake meats, but if you wanted to add something like that on there, feel free, but I'm not doing that today. I just want something simple that gives me that feel of an Egg McMuffin. I've got my cheese sauce. I just like to put a little bit first on the bread. And then place our little eggy on there. And a little bit more of the cheese sauce. And you will definitely get that feel like Egg McMuffin-ish. You know, I just wanted to add some greens to it because I do that with everything I eat. I love to add some greens. You could add a slice of tomato. You could also use these little eggy things for eggs Benedict. They're very versatile. All right, I think that's good. Then just put the top back on and then let's give it a taste. So here we have our little Egg McMuffin. So let's give it a taste. Definitely has that mouthfeel of the Egg McMuffin. I probably could have toasted my bread a little bit longer. Just the combination of the cheese sauce and the copycat just egg tastes very Egg McMuffin-ish. So one more bite. And I love the addition of the spinach. That's just me personally. You may not like it. But this makes about 6 or 7 of these little eggs, and you can just have them made up in the fridge, and then you can just put these together as you need them. They'll last about a week in the fridge. These are going to be great little portable things to take with you for lunch, to work. So hope you give it a try. And now I'm going to show you a few of my favorite supplements and vitamins. As promised, I'm going to show you the supplements that I take. Now some of these I don't take every day. Some of these were recommended by my doctor, and I'm not giving you medical advice. This is just what I do, but I recommend that you talk to your doctor, and because some of these you may not need. All of these I need to take. And like I said, some of them I don't take on a daily basis. So I'm going to zoom in closer so you can see a better look, and then I'll go over each one. So first I'm going to go over the ones that I take every day. So first up is my Complement vitamins. This is a multivitamin specifically for vegans. It's got everything you need in here. It's got a little bit of B12, some vitamin D3, it's got zinc, magnesium, selenium, it's got all your omegas and other things. But it's a really good quality multivitamin. What I like is they give you this reusable jar, and then you just put your little capsules in here. And it's 3 capsules a day, and it's great for your hair, your skin, your nails. I highly recommend. Oh, just a side note, I have no affiliation with any of these products. These are just stuff I use. I'm not getting any money, nothing. So that is something I take every day. Another thing I do every day is vitamin C. This is 500 milligrams. I do it twice a day. And this is something that I've done for years. I very rarely get sick. And I think a good part of that is because I do take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. The next thing I take is vitamin D3. This is 5,000 IUs, and my doctor has recommended me to take that because my vitamin D tends to be a little low, and I do this Monday through Friday. And this is a really good brand, this Pure brand, and I'm going to leave links to all of these down below if you want to check them out yourself. Next up is some vitamin B12, and I really like this brand. It's the My Kind brand, and I use this every day. And that is also recommended by my doctor to do this every day. Now these 3 supplements, these tinctures, are from Vimergy, and I don't do these every day. These are just something I do maybe a couple times a week. It just depends on my mood. And I've got some notes here because I didn't want to mess it up. So this is ashwagandha. How I use the ashwagandha is I'm having trouble sleeping. It's really good for relaxation. It also promotes brain health, your mood, and it's if you're extra stressed out, I'll do my ashwagandha. Next up is nettle, and this is great to support your immune system. It also helps your urinary system, your prostate, if you're male, of course. And it is just something I'll do maybe 2-3 times a week. Especially if I'm feeling a little puny, then I'll do some nettle. Then this one is lemon balm, and this one's great if you're just feeling like overwhelmed, stressed out, anxiety. It just has a real soothing, calming effect without making you feel sleepy or drowsy. It's really something that I rely on if I'm super overwhelmed at work or just stressed out about just daily life. Then I'll do some of the lemon balm, and it just really helps promote relaxation. Again, I might do this 1 or 2 times a week. Maybe there's a week I don't do it at all, but I like to have it in my arsenal. And then I've got my Calm, and this is great to help you sleep at night, and I do this probably almost every night. It's got magnesium, it's got GABA, it's got L-theanine, and I think there's one more, let me see. Ah yes, it's got melatonin, and this really helps promote sleep. And sometimes I just can't shut my mind off at night, probably most nights, so I do this nightly. And magnesium is great if you have leg cramps, things like that. So again, check with your doctor. Then lastly is this electrolyte powder that I take, and this was also recommended by my doctor because my sodium does tend to get low. And I do work out a lot and sweat, and I go to the gym 3 days a week, but I walk every single day, and this just helps replenish some of that sodium. And it's just got all your electrolytes in here, and it's just a powder you put in water, and I just drink one of these a day. And this keeps my sodium levels at a good level. If you're not low on sodium, then don't worry about it. But again, with all of these products, please check with your doctor, because I am not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. This is just what I do, my personal opinion. So I will leave all the links to all of these below so you can check them out and you can show them to your doctor and see what he or she thinks. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, if you learned something, if you could please like it and share it with a friend, really appreciate that. If you've made it this far in the video, please comment below with Egg McMuffin, and that way I know you made it to the end with me, and I really appreciate it. And please check out the links below for information about my online course, my newsletter, my e-guide, and my Facebook group. And also there'll be links to all the products I like to use and all the supplements and vitamins that I showed you today. Remember, all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate and your weight. Until next time, thank you.